Taurus, thank you for tuning in to Perfectly Imperfect Tarot. This is Green Eyes here with your reading. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, Martians, Astronauts. Pick a node. It does not matter to me. I love you all. Cross Watchers, I am a snitch. I'm telling you now. Please don't curse me in the comments. Love you too. Taurus, this is a judgment-free zone, but you will hear the truth. There's no gender or age, only energy. You're going to hear me use terms he, she, her, him, they, them, it, pepper. Pay it no mind. Feel the energy. Remember, roles can always be reversed. Taurus, I thank you. Like, share, subscribes, emails, comments, love tokens, donations. Thank you. Thank you. And I thank you again. All right, my loves, let's talk about your energy. First, I apologize for the delay. I had some issues last week with my daughter, but the last couple of days, believe it or not, I've been trying to just do personals. I actually, well, as you can see, I ripped part of my nail off my nail bed and the meat was sticking out. It was so painful. So I really just been doing personals, not too many recordings because it was painful to do with the cards, you know. But I'm healing almost, at least it's to a point now that I can work, you know, with a whole lot less pain. Let's say it like that. It's uncomfortable, but it's not unbearable. Your energy. Coming into your energy, first I want to say this. If you haven't heard lately, or nobody told you lately, nobody expressed to you lately, simply appreciation for things that you do that are not seen and unspoken of, you know, that you do behind the scenes kind of thing. I appreciate you for that. I want to say that to you from me, because that's how I feel in your energy. I feel like, I feel tapped into the Taurus that you really don't expose to the world, you know, and it's your soft side. It's that tenderness. It's that love. It's that care. It's that attention to detail, you know, things that get really overlooked, that you take your time with, that you really focus on. To make sure that things go the way you would, you know, smoothly as possible, or that, you know, I don't know how to explain what I'm saying. Like, I just feel connected to that part of you. Let's say it like that. So I thank you for that. I thank you for whoever you're helping that don't even know you're helping, you know, especially like parents. They say motherhood, which it also should include fatherhood, but parenting is a thankless job, you know, and I think that what should be included in that is also prayer warriors. You know, prayer warriors is a thankless job as well. Prayer warriors, they pray, they fast, they prophesy, they convict, they declare, they decree, you know, over our lives. And we sometimes don't even know that those little happenstances that get us by or get us over or get us through is because of that prayer warrior in our lives. And I feel like you've taken that role in this energy, Taurus, like, or somebody is doing this for you. And I feel it, just the covering over you, you know. So if it's you, thank you. If it's you in receipt of this, then know that you have somebody that is really rooting for you. You know what I'm saying? That wants the best for you, okay? Because it may seem sometimes like the world forgets about you. And I know that. I know that for a fact that life drags you through the mud. I always say that to you guys. But you have to admit, when you come out the other side, it's almost undetectable what you've been through, you know? So let's see what's going on. I'm pulling from the Starseed, because of course we have the gifted here, absolutely, but this more so feels like it doesn't, how can I say that? God forgive me. I don't want to, You know, it's hard to sometimes talk about things when you don't want to sound dismissive of another thing. It's okay. So pulling the star seeds, I'm not really focused on like your spiritual gifts, but it's prayer is not considered by the gifted as a spiritual gift, but it is. Oh, baby. It is. It really is. I'm telling you, prayer works. It works. It works. It works. Okay. Woo. Can I have Taurus? Okay. Woo. God darn. Look how small that perspective is. Woo. Look how small that perspective is. That's the earth, y'all. That's the earth. It looks like a speck on this card, doesn't it? If you have this kind of perspective, what problems could you possibly have? What problems, if you look at it from this perspective, what could possibly be wrong? Think of it like that. You know, when we consider or we hear things like take the high road, look at it from a high perspective, step into your higher self. We hear that all the time, right? But it's when you look at it like this, it's a little different. It's not like the eagle or a bird that's high. You're not taller, you know, but the perspective that none of this matters, baby. Oh, that changes things. None of it. None of it. None of it matters. When you zoom out from the perspective of where you separate the flesh and the things of the earth, and your spirit zooms out and you look at the earth from this perspective, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Okay? You do have to balance a common ground because we are here in a flesh suit, baby. All right? But this does not control us, even though we're not taught how to control it. You understand? And understanding that, learning that, practicing that, it will bring difference into life. All right? Ooh, God. Some of you have been called, but I knew that. I knew that. I'm not kidding. I know it's a whole lot of people have been called. Not only are you called, you're already awakened, you're already aware, and you might be a traveler. Here's your calling right here. It's coming in. Soul gifts and training. It's time to step up. This is going to be, training is, how can I like the fact that they use that word, because when you're called to, help me. When you're called to any type of duty or task or assignment, there is training involved, okay? When you called for a spiritual duty, task, or assignment, there is spiritual training involved, okay? This training comes by way of how you learn. I'm gonna say it like that. It comes by way of how you learn. So Taurus, I know you're hard-headed. You know you're hard-headed. No shade. But sometimes the mud is your training. We don't understand it at that time, but when you look back, you get it. The matrix starts to come together. The pieces start to come together, like the symphony starts to come together. You understand? So that's what, that's what happens when you're called. There's a gift, there's an assignment, and then there's training. Okay. Training normally comes with not the use of your abilities first, but the use of the protection of that ability. Okay. Therefore, this would be a prime example of training in how to protect yourself, how to zoom out, how to really not take the high road, but really zoom out with that higher perspective in spirit. There's a different high perspective of flesh and there's a high perspective of spirit. You understand? To know that nothing matters, to know, once you realize none of it matters, then you can apply what matters in that moment in time, with the proper pressure, meaning worrying about I don't know, it was a time where, let's say, people worry about their credit, right? People worry about their credit. That's your credibility. You know, we could say your credit score, and there are people that worry about their street credibility, okay? But in hindsight, that street credit didn't do no good at the job interview. One had nothing to do with the other, you know? And then, you can flip it. That credit score, you know, doesn't get you home safely from the supermarket in that tough neighborhood. You understand? So you got to zoom out and then zoom back in. Okay? Zoom out, zoom back in. This is a great example of that. Yes, you're called. Okay? Yes, there will be some training. Yes, it will be rough. You are going to be divinely led from your angels, your ancestors, you know, the Most High. And this will probably happen a lot in your, it feels like your sleeping hours. You might be, like I said, a lot of you are travelers. Travelers usually travel in their sleeping hours because their mind rests and they're more in tune with spirit, even if it's unconscious. So you do have you have an angel waiting here to assist you with that, with this calling, okay? Coming in behind that is the empathy. It's an empathic starseed. Guys, you know, just speaking from experience, you know, when I do the readings, I tell you how I feel in your energy. In order for me to do that, I have to connect with your energy. That would be, for lack of better terms, what people refer to as empathic, because of the feeling. I feel what you feel, even though I'm not you. You understand? If this is your calling, the hardest thing about this is, number one, knowing when you're connected and when it's you, and then when how to disconnect when it's not. Those are the two hardest things for me, okay? Knowing when you're connected, because sometimes you can connect and not know you connected, and you think you're processing your own feelings, thoughts, emotions, dreams, even ideas. They're not yours, okay? You even get a vision of this, the implementation of this idea. It was never yours. Like, it's weird, okay? Just speaking from experience, I'm telling you, I have bought ingredients to food that I didn't know how to cook, and I've never eaten in my life, but I got home like, why did I buy this? It's because it wasn't me. You understand? So knowing when you're connected and knowing when to disconnect, when you realize that you're connected and you're not supposed to be. Pay attention to those two things. Please pay attention to your angel when you're getting work on this, because you have to know who you are. The angel is literally showing you the mirror so you'll know you. That's the hardest part about this training for me. So I'm sharing my experience with you because nobody shared it with me, but each one teaches one. You know what I'm saying? We're in this thing together. The void is a little rough. This is enough for now. I don't want to, yeah. This is enough. This is going to be a lot. Those two things, these three things here is going to be a lot. And remember, I came into your energy when in a place of you assisting. Remember, I said that. You assisting. It's a thankless job. Prayer warriors, spiritual guides, things like that. It's a thankless job. So don't think this calling is going to put you on a pedestal and everybody's going to be like, go Taurus. You know you the emperor. You know you the emperor. No, that's not how this thing works. I'm telling you. You have to know who you are on the inside going out the door, because you're going to get trampled on just like everybody else in the world, because it's unrecognized. And those that do see, it's because they're doing the work. But now that the unaware, let's try that. The unaware will simply not be aware. Okay? The unaware are still unaware, and they're exactly where they're supposed to be. That's important too. Recognizing who's where they're supposed to be. But that has a lot to do with that void. That's why I stopped there, because that's a really dark period of training when you're just in nothingness. God darn. And then you just learn how to fill it. In order for the cup to be filled, it has to be emptied. And when you're emptying yourself out and the Most High is working with you to where you feel like so small, like that little speck, you feel so small, and then you just kind of blow up so big. You know, it's weird how that happens. Can I have the core for Taurus? Ow! Taurus. Let me say something, and I need you to hear this very well. I love you, okay? You don't run this. I said I was going to stop there. That's what I meant. You understand me? You don't run this. Get your own damn channel, all right? And you read what you want to read. I know what I did. I know why I did it. So you being feisty ain't going to change that. 9 of Cups, water energy, independent, successful, emotionally vibrant, okay? This is not the perfect family. This is not the perfect life. This is a perfect situation where you know no matter what's going on in the world around you, you're good. No matter what's going on in your life, you're good. That's independent emotional fulfillment. It can come off as selfish to the world because how dare you be happy when I'm sad? You know, some people feel like that. Why are you happy? We're getting fired today. Oh, well. I mean, seriously. It's because of the balance that you're creating for yourself. You are creating the balance, and the balance is giving you power because you know whatever the circumstances are of the world, you can create a way out, way through to your next level, next chapter, next season, whatever it is. It's that balance, all right, with this 4 of Wands underneath, okay? Yeah, so whatever is ending, it's not going to matter. You know you've done your part, and you're in the right position, and you're going to just let it in. You're not going to let it worry you, okay? There will be some, let's say, some energies that are going to question that, all right? Crown this energy, please, for Taurus. And the crowning you is the 4th. It's the peace. See, the 4 of Swords, these 3 swords have hurt in the past. You know, the 3 of Swords for the cards, you would see the swords inside of a heart, right? So the 3 of Swords hurt, shame, you know, guilt, whatever. There's something that hurts your heart, right? Something that you think about that hurts you. But that 4th sword, see her hand on that 4th sword? It's a realization that I can't do nothing about what hurt me. I can't even do nothing about what may hurt me tomorrow. What I do know now is that I have my own sword. Okay? So I'm learning how to protect myself, how to speak up for myself, how to defend myself, you know, how to make my truth enough, how to make my truth enough, how to make my truth create, okay, opportunities, celebrate, even though it may be misunderstood. Because this is like a perfect example of you don't look like what you've been through. And I know you've heard that before, you know. What's working against Taurus? Please and thank you. Please and thank you. It's slow, the process. It's slower than you would like. This is my turtle with hemorrhoids, 9 of Pentacles. It's slow, it is. It's slower than you would like. It's assured, but it's slow, you know? The star is here. So if I'm the star, it's like you're saying, I know if I have all this favor from God and I have this great assignment, then what's taking so long? You know, because I can't be that. How can I be the star if it's slow? You're going to learn that too. Okay? About time. That's non-existent. It's non-existent. Money, non-existent. Space, non-existent. You know, everybody's different spaces, you know, in their journey. Everybody's different places in their awareness. But it's the truth. And if you can't process that right now, I'm okay with that. But that was the whole reason why I stopped, because this is a general reading. And I got a heavy hitter in here. Actually, I got a couple, about 3 heavy hitters watching this that I'm picking up on, that wanted to know about that void, because I think they're a little further along than the rest of the group here. But that's not fair to everybody else. I know I'm doing what I think is best, okay? What I feel like I'm being divinely guided to do. And that's another thing for the heavy hitters, the stars, the really gifted, because I know you're stronger than me. I don't care. I ain't scared. But I know you're stronger than me, and I'm okay with that. Obedience is just as important. Don't forget that, okay? Obedience is just as important. Where's this coming from? The 6 of Wands. See, you struggle with that. Taurus, that's an issue for you. I know it is. But that's how I felt coming into your energy. Some things are thankless. And I know you do it for people. I know you. I've seen it. I have witnessed it in flesh. How Tauruses help without nobody knowing. You know? And they don't get the proper recognition. They even get maybe even bashed because people don't know what you're doing. You know? But sometimes the masses not recognizing your accomplishment is a blessing. Some of you have been kept off the pedestal for a reason. You wouldn't believe it, but it was for your safety. But that's not for everybody. Okay? I told you, for your safety. Where are we going with this? Future energy for Taurus. Please and thank you. 2 perspectives here. Yeah. So in one, there's your gift, Ace of Pentacles, 6 of Cups. So your gift is coming. It's a tangible gift, a reward of some sort. The pentacle is tangible. You can hold it in your hand. It's something physical and earthbound that you can touch. Car, house, you know, job, whatever, gift, whatever, lottery, you know, finance. It's something physical here, okay? And it stabilizes you because emotionally, a lot of you need something tangible to feel at ease, or to feel... Yeah, I want to say it like that. Feel at ease, okay? Some of you, this is past life assistance. So maybe somebody from your past or one of your ancestors supplied this gift for you. But whatever it does, it's a forward-moving energy because you're still moving forward. But some of you are getting ready to get a reward or some type of, you know, gift for your completion, or to prepare you for what's to come, to make you stable. All right. 8 of Wands. Quick moves, quick decisions, very fast downloads. This group here is probably the majority. This is probably the minority, because like I said, I think some of you are you've already gone through, and you're going to get this basically so you can stop whining. I ain't gonna lie. And get ready for your next task. This is I told you about the training. Remember I said that? I said the training is sometimes difficult, but necessary, okay? And as you could see, he's holding a wand and getting ready to throw that one. He's going to take care of this one. He has this one, and he has these lined up to prepare, to practice. These are how these downloads are going to come into you, giving you different scenarios of the same situation, and you handle it as best you could. You know, process it as much as you can. Here's the Magician, because Magician energy is, you know, tools that are available to you. You have to get to know what you're working with and how to work with what you have, that gift, you know, that calling, that assignment, you know. You have to master your abilities first before you can actually be called to do what you're supposed to do on the assignment, You understand? Before the assignment can come into play. For that to happen, Temperance Angel here, there is going to be a journey of training. There's going to be a journey of to complete. This angel is going to meet you halfway to restore, replenish, and rejuvenate you, because the first half, you're going to feel like OMG. I'm telling you, the first half, you feel like OMG. And that's because this journey is meant, like I said, to pour out. Remember I said, in order for the cup to be refilled, you have to empty it. This is going to be that process of the Magician and Temperance. But here's your new cup, the Ace of Cups. This is that replenishing waters, the divine waters coming in fresh, you know, restoration, reconciliation. It doesn't matter. They're divine. It's divine love. It has no limits, okay? It has no boundaries. This is where you'll learn how to work from a new perspective of fresh waters, Eight of Pentacles. So hold on to these teachings that you have for Pentacles, because this is going to be a new place for you to ground. Okay. Remember earlier we talked a bit in the past. I remember about you holding on to pain, holding on to trauma, but it strengthened you. You know, it kept you going. You know, like, you know, such and such is a crackhead. I know I'm not going to be a crackhead, so you work hard. You know, such and such, they fell or they fell off or whatever. I know I'm not going to do that, so I'm going to keep going. So whether or not you were grasping onto your personal trauma or something you picked up along the way of your personal journey, you still stored it in a way that it motivated you. But now you're learning the transference of the energy of how to not just draw from pain, but power of forgiveness, power of divinity, power of prayer, power of that higher perspective, not just the bird's eye view, but the spiritual view. You know what I'm saying? So that's going to be the new grounding, which will take you into being that new Empress. Okay. So it's like the same Empress energy, but I don't know, with spinach, like Popeye's spinach. Okay. All right. At that time, like I said, I think that, you know, around this time where you're coming into your new Empresshood, it's just, there's going to be some words. It is what it is. You're not a stranger to people yakking their mouths off. I'm not worried about that. But what you do want to pay attention to is tidbits that you hear in your journey about kind of like what I just said. I just said that if you're empathic, I told you my hardship and what was hardest for me. And I'm hoping that that helps you in your journey of development, right? So listen out for tidbits from high priestesses, people who are in tune. They don't have to be as powerful of you as you to give you help, my love. You know what I'm saying? I'm seriously, I'm just saying, just because this high priestess is not as powerful as you, they may have a little more experience, or they just may be a little more obedient. I'm not going to lie, Taurus. That's because I still feel a little pull on your energy. There's just a bit of disobedience here. That's why a lot of you are getting, well, the stronger ones are getting a gift of proof, because you just keep whining about that. I want something in my hand. I want something in my hand. So you're going to get it. And it's not even like something to make you go crazy. It's not like you're getting ready to be completely irresponsible. It only simply levels you out. But if you want it, you're getting it. Okay. But this again takes you into your new beginning. Boomstick energy, time to unga bunga, baby. Very fertile, birthing life-changing events, because this unga bunga stick is going to help you focus on quality and not just quantity. Really focus on what's true, what's valuable, what's going to nurture, what's going to restore, replenish, as far as emotional connections, what you allow yourself to connect to emotionally. It's not going to be easy to do that, because heavy is the head that wears the crown. When you start focusing on the quality of your life instead of just, you know, living, you know, life spontaneously, things like that, it's not as easy as people think. You know, it takes a discipline. You know, it takes due diligence. You know, and sometimes it takes boldness and fearlessness, you know, to tame the beast inside, or even externally. But most of the time it's inside. We think of this beast externally because, of course, the lion is outside. But it's the roar of the lion that's supposed to take you from feeling like questioning who you are. I'll say it like that. The roar of the lion is trying to implant that fear and make you second guess, you know? So it takes the embodiment of the Empress to tame that beast inside. That can be stress. It could be depression. It could be anxiety. You know, it could just be fear, you know, fear of the unknown. You know what I'm saying? Fear of the gifts, fear of the calling. I mean, anybody that knows the Most High at all know that when you're called, yeah, I'm just saying. I mean, if you read the word, anybody that was called, yeah, they got scars, okay? Some serious ones. But here's your Chariot, that Uber coming to pick you up. Exactly, remember where you want to go. So you want emotional fulfillment in every area of life, and that's where it'll take you. Remember, you don't have a say in the journey, but you do have a say in the destination. So if you're saying, listen, I want to be happy, I just don't want to be in nothing toxic, I'm willing to live meek and small as long as it's safe and filled, you know, and fulfilled. I'm willing to do these things. You know, I'm just trying to be very clear and focus on what it is I'm trying to do, where I'm trying to be, where I want to be, or where I should be, what I need to be doing, and things like that, so that I can be the blessing that I know that I'm called to be. It's like you're remembering almost the dotted line where you signed, for lack of better words, when you made the commitment to come here, okay? And that calling is big. It's like, it feel like it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And you're right. I'm not going to deny that. I'm not going to deny it. You're right. Okay. You're absolutely. You're absolutely right. Okay. But all in divine timing. All in divine timing. I paused because I wanted to say that, you know, maybe this queen will be you starting to embody the confidence so that you can get into that assignment. I have to say, this energy feels like an adversary. I don't feel, there's a betrayal here. There's almost as if this person is going to be sent to confuse you, to, oh man, Taurus, everybody has an assignment, yeah, to confuse you so that you won't fulfill your assignment, almost as if to catch you right when you're about to, you ever have that dream where you are getting ready to fly and somebody grabs your ankles? That's what this feels like, okay? But you're ready. Remember, when you're having that dream that somebody's grabbing your ankles, you don't have an ankle. When you remember that, there's nothing to grab. You're a spiritual energy, being, soul, pick one. I don't, know the proper terms. I don't know the terms you use. You don't have an ankle. So all of those dreams where you felt trapped or somebody was grabbing you or you were stuck, you don't have a body. They're playing with your head. Okay? But that's the whole point of the training. That's the whole point of this perspective. You have to learn how to separate the flesh and think through the spirit, see through the spirit. It's not as easy as you may think. And I know you're like, I know my time is coming, Three of Wands here, for everything to work out the way it should, Four of Wands here, because of the love that you have, Queen of Cups. But I'm sorry, your assignment is going to require for you to forget all of that, because all of these things tie to the flesh. And it's now time for you to master what's inside the flesh. Okay? Whew. Yeah, it's a whole new ball game, guys. Whole new lovers, Fool, Sun. It's a whole new ball game. You're getting ready to see and learn so much that it's like, oh my God. That's why that void, I didn't want to address it, because I'm going to stop here, because I know that's what's coming behind that Sun. You know, just time. If you stop looking at the clock and just simply handle things in front of you, then that does help. You know what I'm saying? It does help. There's no clocks in the casino because they don't want you to stop gambling. They don't want you to know what time it is, right? There's no clocks in the casino. And that's kind of how you're going to have to claim your emotional independence when things are going on in life. You know, time doesn't matter. I'll get it when I get it. When I get it, it'll be divine timing and I can do what I need to do. And that's how you start to really kind of release the hold of the recognition of the system, the recognition of the masses, things like that. You understand? Pull down from this Four of Swords. Know that whatever can hurt you can't hurt you anymore. Okay? Whatever that can hurt you can't hurt you anymore. You know how to speak up for yourself. You know how to defend yourself. You know how to speak things into existence. You know how to manifest. You know how to prophesy. You know how to pray. Pull down from that. Okay? All right. I love you guys so much. Even though somebody smacked my hand, I love you too. It's all right. Ain't no hate here. You feisty. I'm okay with that. If any event you say, Green Eyes, listen, I don't know you. You don't know me. This is not my life. I'm okay with that. Please check your moon or rising. Don't take the energy if it's not yours. Leave it here for someone else. Okay? Everybody, thumbs up, subscribe. Make sure you guys are notified of future readings. It's free and it supports the channel. If you're interested in a personal appointment, I respond to email requests only. My email is perfectlyimperfecttarot@gmail.com. Guys, if you do eat here and you'd like to sow a seed, donation information is below the video. Other than that, remember, we are all perfectly imperfect. And I'll talk to you next time.